Hello, this is Michael Stahl, or Tulden King, and this is May. So today I'm just going to do my first vlog, I think, or vlog, I don't know. A little bit nervous actually, because I haven't done like I do gaming videos, and so I'm not very comfortable actually, doing videos with me in them, which is why I don't do them, but so I think I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself so that you know who I actually am. So let's get started. I was born on July 4th in 1999 at 12:06 AM in England. So I'm not American, but I moved to America, so everyone thinks I'm the super American because I was born on Independence Day for America. Yeah, I'm English. I'm English. This is English. Yeah, anyway, I moved to America when I was 2.5, or just after I turned 2, and I moved to a state called Missouri. If you search it, you'll get pictures of the Gateway Arch. I live right next to the city called St. Louis. It's called Chesterfield. My brother was born there. It's just my brother was born there. He is 12. He's 3 years younger than me. Turning 15 on Friday. So, when I was, after about a year in Missouri, I moved to Illinois. Not Illinois. After about a year in Missouri, I moved to Louisiana, which is on the southern coast of America. It's marshes, swamps mainly. Very high humidity. I lived there for 7 years. So most of my life, 8 years really. So over half of my life was spent in Louisiana, which is equatorial. It's next to Texas, so you can kind of get the picture. And I was always kind of the weird kid, the kid that didn't know any of the words, that the one that was never really in on the secret. I had the. You remember? So when you were little, there was always that group of friends that was like the rebel, the ones that would go and just do whatever they wanted. There's no social restrictions. Who cares, kind of thing. I was in that one, in that little group. So, I was always growing up. I was the weird one, the spontaneous, the one that everyone's like, "What are you doing?" I don't care. But after 7.5, 8 years in Louisiana, I moved up right back to Missouri, and to Illinois. And Illinois it's a lot like Missouri. It's on the other side of the river. It's a nice place. I made a best friend named Luke Dawson, who is still, we try and FaceTime, whatever. But I made my first best friend, whose name was Luke Dawson, and we would do everything. We would, go. And this is when we would go just out into the woods for hours and get lost and come back. And we found these old campsite. And we'd build walls out of sticks and we did that. We always thought about getting girlfriends, we wanted to ask this one out and everything. We never did. And then, because we were still a little bit, he's gone a lot more, but no, it never really came through in Illinois. And then I moved, after 3 years in Illinois, I moved in 2012 when I was almost 13 when I moved. And I moved to far up northwest, middle of nowhere, a state called Montana. Now Montana borders Canada, so it gets really cold in the winter. Really cold in the winter. I had my first, I'm going to say true love, but I had a girlfriend in Montana for 2 years. We're still friends. I'm not going to use the term true love, but first love, I guess. Those are a good 2 years. And I made my best friend, my all-time best friend in Montana. His name is MacLeod. You may have heard him in some of my videos. And basically, I met him, basically, by hearing that one of my friends was over at his house, and so I was like, oh, okay, let's go to his house then. And we ended up being the best friends, the ones that stuck together. So yeah, we're still best friends, still do videos together. He's actually coming in the summer for 2 weeks on July 22nd. And we'll be touring England. Can't think of a name for the series yet, but you know. But what we would do, we'd basically, in the middle of nowhere, we'd go riding our bikes across the dirt road, covered in rocks, like the size of fists, on bikes, which is obviously really unstable. I'm pretending to ride a bike now, and you do a slip, and that was terrifying, so we ended up just running. But we'd go over there, and I'd take my laptop, and we'd play some KSP, or we'd do StarMade, and one day I decided, why don't we make some videos on it? And that's how the whole YouTube thing got started. Well, we really started off, well, that was the goal, always. But we really started off doing just whatever we could, because we had this camera that I'm using now. I'll try and get a picture up of it in the video. I'll do some drawn pictures all throughout the video of my adventures as a child. But I'm really bad at this, aren't I? So, my main achievements also happened when I was in Montana. Mainly because I had nothing else to do, so I turned to academics, which is what I still enjoy today. I am a nerd through and through. For example, when I was 12, I took a college test, an American college test, which is it's kind of like, for those in England, GCSEs and A-levels are a completely different thing. Like, in America, you go to high school for 4 years, and then you take an exam, and that one exam will tell you what you need. But it's kind of like A-levels, I guess, but it's on all your subjects. So, it's got science, maths, English. And I took that for fun. Scored 89th percentile in mine. I could have gone to college, basically, when I was 12, and this just shows that I was just academic at that time. So I've never really been a social person, I want to say. I mean, I'm a gaming channel person, wearing a Big Bang Theory reference on my shirt, you know. Yeah, I turned pretty much academic, and that is, like, I was in a year ahead sciences and things, but I didn't really have many friends, I would say. I mean, I had, like, I was never had any bad experiences with people, because I never really got involved, but I had friends, I guess, anyway, but it's gonna be cut out right there, okay. But because of my interests in science and academics, I found this program. It's called Science Poll. I would look it up. It's sponsored by the National Science Association, or National Energy. And so basically, it's this academic competition where it's a bit like a quiz bowl, but it's not really a quiz bowl. It's better than that in that it's science, only science and maths, you know. But it's not like trivia. It's, can you apply your knowledge to a scientific problem, or can you just test your scientific knowledge? And so I got on a team for my middle school, which is 6th through 8th grade, or 7th through 8th grade in Montana, because I have no idea why. But I was chosen then, and we got really far. We won everything in Montana, everything. We got first place car competition, academic competition, that was great. And we actually got an all expenses paid to Washington DC to compete in the national competition, because if you win your regional competition, you get to go to your national competition. And so we did that in 2013. You'll see me wear loads of my Science Ball shirts. It's the greatest achievement of my life, basically. Nothing has ever topped that. Hopefully something will, but... so what we went there, so we flew out to Washington DC, which is the capital of America, and the whole time, every spare minute that we had, my friends and I, this is almost embarrassing, would play KSP on my laptop, trying to go to the moon. Okay? You've never seen people in a national science competition not studying, no. We played KSP probably for 12 hours during those 5 days. And we didn't have much time that we were doing science. I'm talking 5 AM getting up, 10 AM going to sleep. Because we would be doing things all day. We'd either be doing competitions or going around... Well, I say going around Washington DC. We stayed in the Aerospace Museum the whole day. Yeah. But yeah, I saw a Mercury capsule, and I also saw Spaceship 1 and a moon rock, which was very interesting. I'm waffling on, it's been ages. This may be a two-parter. Hopefully not, that'll be editing. And so, you know, so we got there, and we got second place in engineering nationally, which I'm still very proud of. And we got 19th, I think. 19th team. There were 5 people in teams, and I think there were 40, no, not 40, there were about 400 teams there. And so we got 19th place in the academics and second place in engineering. I'm still ecstatic about those. Very proud about that. I may play the video somewhere, like maybe in the corner, about Science Ball. I'm not sure. If I do, you'll see it, I guess. But yeah, and the Science Ball aspect really gave me an interest in physics. Primarily space. Okay, let's get that clear. If you haven't already figured it out, space is what I'm interested in. Anything to do with space, any moon missions, especially from an early age, rocket science. I love the landings, I love the engineering that goes into moving hundreds of tons into orbit, which means you're going so fast that, you know, I can speak enthusiastically about this for days, basically. I mean, I've got my own theories about things, which I may put in other videos. But I've always wanted, well not always, but ever since I've really become academic, I've wanted to do something in space, probably engineering, really anything to do with space. I also like the physics of, you know, stars, the black holes, all of that, like the Milky Way, the formation, and the universe, Big Bang Theory. I'm very interested in all of that, so that's really driven me to... I really want either to be an astronautical engineer, work with rockets, anything to do with space, an astrophysicist even, or especially though an astronaut. That's always going to be a dream of mine. It's just, I want to go into space before I die. That is the goal for me. I don't go much more into space through my videos. You'll always catch me waffling on about space. But yeah. In fact, we've got a Saturn V versus N1. You know, the N1, no one's ever heard of the N1. It's the Russian moon rocket. Mick and I are going to be doing a challenge then. You may have seen it before you see this. You never know. I'll send a link in the description when I've made it. I haven't made it yet, of course. But yeah, anyway, it's a little bit hard. I've got no questions to answer yet, because this is just me, and I'm out of memory. Right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, SD card ran out of memory. I have another one. I'm not like magicking video. Where was I? Space. So yeah, I'm very interested in space. But I also kind of want to do this. I really enjoy this. Just wish more people would watch. You know, if you were watching this video, not to be desperate or anything or needy, but please do tell at least one person that doesn't already watch this. Just to try it out, because you know, if they don't like gaming videos, I'm trying to do something else just to please people. I don't know why I picked up a glass and then put it right back. Okay. You know, if you want, tell me what you want. Tell me what you want, and I'll try and fill that. There's not much else I can really say about myself. This is me. Here you go. See you guys next time. No, I'm just kidding. No, seriously, bye.